Hey folks, Kyle here from Kyle Stream Stuff. Today I want to talk about Throne of Lies. What is it, and why should you buy it? Throne of Lies is an online deception game, so that means a couple of things for you. You should have an internet connection, because there is no single player. You're only going to be playing with people from all over the world. And it's a deception game, so it plays like Werewolf or Mafia, Resistance, if you've ever played any of these. If you haven't, don't worry. It's a ton of fun, but you might need a little more info. So to start the game, you're assigned a class. Now, only you know what your class is, and you're a member of one of 3 or 4 factions. You can be the Blue Dragon, the good guys. You can be the Cult, one of the bad guys. You can be a member of the Unseen, a different kind of bad guy, or you can be a neutral character. Neutral characters, for the most part, just want to make it to the end. The good guys, the Blue Dragons, and the bad guys, either the Cult or the Unseen, have competing goals. They want to be the last faction standing. So if you're the Cult, you want to get rid of the Blue Dragon. If you're the Blue Dragon, you want to get rid of all the Cult and Unseen, so on and so forth. Now your role, your class, allows you a couple of skills. These skills will either allow you to gather information, kill other players, or provide boons to your team. You can protect people, share information, guard your own team, stuff like that. And it's neat because it doesn't play like the tabletop games. If you've played, Werewolf or Resistance, this, because it is online, has functions that can only exist in an online format. Some of the abilities, like Trollbox, let you put words in another player's mouth. You couldn't do that sitting around the kitchen table with your friends. Now, deceiving also plays a big part of this game. It's a lot of text, a lot of chat. You've got to be able to communicate with the other players, and you have to be able to trick them. You're given a journal, in a logbook, in which you can keep track of what your character is doing every day. And this is how players are going to vet each other. You read through the log that they post, and you try to figure out, does that make any sense? Could they have done that on the second turn? Or is it conflicting information with this other player? And that's sort of how you go about figuring out who's on your team and who isn't. I want to get a little bit more into the different factions. The Blue Dragon players are the good guys, and they start with a huge advantage: numbers. There are always more Blue Dragon players than anyone else. So if at the start of the game they really were psychic, they could just vote out the evil players and win. No problem. Except they don't know who the evil players are. So as a Blue Dragon player, you're sort of suspicious of everyone at the start of the game, which makes cooperation and working together your strength, and also the biggest difficulty. Now, as a Cult or Unseen member, the evil guys, you get to see who your teammates are. So you know who the Blue Dragon and neutrals are, and you know who the evil players are. That's your advantage, but you don't have the numbers. You can't, almost until the end of the game. The Unseen is capped at 3 members, and the Cult is capped at 4. Now, you can convert Blue Dragon members to your side through certain game mechanics, but you're, at least for the first half of the game, playing at a disadvantage. So you're going to have to lie, and you're going to have to create mistrust between the Blue Dragon players in order to survive. And then, of course, we have the neutral team. Neutrals don't know who anyone is, so you really have to read the room and figure out who you should be friends with so that you can get to the end. One other really cool thing about Throne of Lies is the community is growing, so there's always new players. Don't feel like it's too late to jump in. There is a bit of a learning curve. There's a ton of roles for you to learn, but I'm going to make some other videos that are going to give you the steps you need to follow to get a good start on learning how to play the game. Of course, you can always watch me anytime over at my stream, twitch.tv/KyleStreamStuff. I'll be there more often than not, and hopefully watching will get you the tips and tricks you need to perform a little bit better in-game. So, if any of that sounds like something you would be interested in, let me give you one last good point about the game. It's $10. That's it. $10. And you can buy it on Steam if that's where you like to have your games, or direct from the devs at throneoflies.com. Whichever one you choose, it's a great game to pick up, well worth the price. I've sunk so many hours into it already, and I hope to see you around. Thanks so much for watching. I'll catch you next time over on my stream or on another one of my videos here. Have a great rest of your day.